If you look it out.
Yeah, got it.
All right. Okay, Erin, thank you so much for spending a little time with me. Your program has come to an end, and oh my gosh, you have been one of my favorite people to work with. You've done such a great job. I just wanted to ask a couple questions and just sort of see where this goes, a little bit free flowing. Tell me where you were, what life was like, what was going on when we first talked. And I do want to share that our conversation was on December 31st. So
Yes, it's
not
true.
not many people say, okay, I'm ready to go all in a program. So what was going on in your world when we first talked?
So for I've always been kind of a fit-ish person, right? I've never felt big or I don't know how to I've never been uncomfortable about my weight. Diet is not a word I've ever used. But I felt like I just wasn't healthy. And what really brought it to the forefront that I wanted to be healthier, my family had taken a Christmas cruise. And on the cruise ship, we are stair walkers. We are not getting in the elevator. And so we had to go up 6 flights of stairs. And everyone else in my family is going up the stairs. And I'm like going up 3 floors and then, okay, I'm just gonna look at this art on the landing. You guys go ahead. And I thought, this is insane. I don't want to feel this way. I had at that time just turned 53, and this is not what I want to be like at 53. I want to go and do stuff and walk up 6 flights of stairs and not feel like I'm going to die. And so I just knew I needed to make that change. And you and I had been acquaintances
Right.
for years. We hadn't really developed our friendship, but I knew from the minute that we met that we had a rapport. We had an underlying trust, and that was critical to me in making the decision to call you on December 31st.
Yeah. And I remember interacted on Facebook probably over the course of several years where it was like, hey, I kind of want to make some changes. Not really ready. Don't really know if you have anything for me. So I know I was really excited to finally get to talk to you. Now, when you first came to me, you truly did talk about wanting to be healthy, wanting to move better, knowing that that was really important. You also wanted to lose a little bit of weight, didn't really know how much. I know at the time you were like, because you didn't have a lot of weight to lose, really. But
Right.
as of today, you're down 19 and a half pounds, two pant sizes.
Crazy.
Now, granted,
Crazy.
that's been since January 1st, and today is what is today? We're in August 19th, right? So it was over the course of time. But tell me how you feel now, almost 9 months later. What is life like?
Yes. I am glad that it has taken 9 months to get here, because it took me 53 years to get there. It obviously takes time, and I am a strong believer that this kind of weight loss over this amount of time will stay,
Mhm.
right? This wasn't oh, I stopped eating for a month and I lost 10 pounds, but I'm going to start eating again and,
Right.
whatever. What has made this particularly effective for me um, is I have never counted a calorie in this whole time. I have never not eaten the chocolate cake, or yesterday I had a croissant for breakfast that
Nice.
I'm sure had, I don't know, a stick of butter in it, probably in my croissant. I ate it. I didn't feel bad eating it, because the rest of the day I made better choices. But I had nothing but veg for lunch. I had a big salad with some chicken, and then for dinner we had chicken and veg again. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to eat that croissant, and I'm not going to
Right.
feel bad. Um, and I think that's also a very healthy attitude, because this, I think, more than even physical health, is about mental health
Absolutely.
as well. And um, not ever feeling like I'm neglecting myself or I'm suffering or whatever. No, it's this mindset of success and health and the big picture, not focused in on the tiny little, I just ate 6 Hershey's Kisses or I
Right.
just ate 3 scoops of ice cream. It's like not about that. It's about, okay, how did I do this week? I made some really good choices. I made some really delicious choices.
Absolutely.
Okay. And I moved a lot this week.
Right.
So that to me, it's getting into that mindset of overall health. My brain knew that that's what I needed to do for a really long time.
Right.
It just took my heart like some time to say, yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's do this thing. And yeah, again, I go back to the word trust because that has been so foundational in my transformation, we'll call it.
Absolutely.
If I had to absolutely trust you, and you had to trust me.
Mhm.
The trust goes both ways, that I would do all, I knew that you would always have my best interests at heart and that you were going to give me things to do that I could do.
Right.
Even if I didn't think I could do it, you said I could do it. So I must be able to do it.
Yes.
Because when you have
And you did
someone
it.
who trusts in you like that, it just makes insurmountable things seem hard, but not impossible.
Right.
And so that's
Sorry.
been great.
One of my favorite things when we were working together was initially we talked about, if you lost 10 pounds, you'd be really excited. That wasn't your main focus. And then you lost 10 pounds and you got frustrated because you kind of stalled for a little bit. And you're like, but I guess this is
Yeah.
all I'm going to do. And I'm like, no, it's not. Just keep doing the things. But I remember you were frustrated. And I was like, but remember when we started?
Yeah, I know.
And it was so fun as you were losing. We do weigh every day, and that's not
Mhm.
something that everybody does. And what was fun with you is it was data, and you were literally able to watch the data. You watched when the blips happened, and you
Right.
trusted and knew from the data, because you're very analytical, that okay, in about 2 weeks it's going to drop again, and every time it
Right.
did.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
And it
true.
was
When I start to get frustrated, I just would look backwards, actually. And I could look backwards
yeah.
because we did have all that data. So I could say, oh my gosh, what is happening with me right now? Well, let me see what happened 3 months ago. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And
That's what we're
it was
doing.
also fun with you because a huge focus of our program is focusing on the wins every week, because I tell everybody from the beginning, in 90 days, if you lose 15 pounds, I'm really excited, right? Like
Right.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of my clients have more to lose than you did. And it's the idea of, okay, can you, be really solid with your nutrition and work out really hard and only see a couple pounds over the course of a month? It gets really frustrating. And of course, we want to focus on wins every week so that while the magic is happening in the background, we keep
Right.
going. And I loved the way your body transformed. I loved when you started coming on screen with your sleeveless shirts.
I know.
Look
The
at
gun
that.
show. Yeah.
And I think that was so important, because when the
Yeah.
scale was steady, your body was still changing. And I think
Yes.
that was so incredible to watch and see happen. Now, we've talked 19 and a half pounds, 2 pant sizes, your
Yeah.
muscle tone has changed, your body has changed. On top of that, your energy levels have increased, your
Yes.
flexibility is better. I mean,
Yeah. All the
so many
things.
wins every week. And I think the coolest part was watching your just confidence go up.
Yes.
I didn't know
Yeah.
you really well, but in the beginning you were pretty like shy and meek. And I don't think that ultimately that's you, but throughout the course of the program, you just beamed and like turned into
Yeah.
this badass woman
Woo, woo.
that you are. Now, And tell me a little bit, I know trust was really important. Tell me a little bit about the investment, not the actual amount, but what was that like, to really, my program's not inexpensive. So,
Right.
so what is that like,
Absolutely.
when you made that initial investment in you? What kind of went through your head?
Yeah. So your comments about confidence are linked to this, right? Am I worth it?
Mhm.
Am I worth that kind of an investment? I'm doing okay, you know, like really do I really need to make that kind of investment? I don't know. I could probably do this without Dawn, kind of a thing. But if I could have done it, then I would have.
Mhm.
I would have been doing it for a long time. I would have, you know, done the research, found a program, tried to stick to the program. Um, but to me, the investment was not just guidance,
Mhm.
it was the accountability that
Mhm.
I needed. That every week I would look at you and you would say, "What are your wins?" And in my mind, those wins better be that I did all the things on the list that you wanted me to do.
Absolutely.
Um, and in retrospect, I do feel more confident in general, which is kind of strange because I'm not an unconfident. I
Right.
wasn't unconfident before. It's like now I'm confident plus,
Right.
sort of. And so looking back, I say, well, heck yeah, of course you were worth that investment. Why
Right.
would you even doubt that you would be worth it? Because it's not just the investment of, you know, 8 months and two pant sizes later. It's
Right.
the fact that someday, a decade from now, when my kids have kids and I'm a grandma, um, then I'm going to be the grandma that's running around playing tag and
Absolutely.
doing that stuff, right? So the investment, it was a short-term layout
Yep.
of dollars, but it's a long-term payoff.
Right. And
Um,
I love what you said. Could you have looked up a program and figured it out and done it on your own? Probably, but you weren't. And I think that's where having a coach has been so essential. That's one of the reasons I hire
Mhm.
coaches in my life, in my business. For me,
Right.
is part of it having an investment that's a little tough to swallow makes you a
Right.
lot more inclined to do the work day in and day out, right? You're not going to miss.
Yes.
But also
Yeah.
having that person that can just shortcut it. You know, I
Yep.
don't want to go look up what to do. I don't want to go research this new thing. Just tell me, lay it out, and then make sure I do the things. And one of the reasons
Yes.
working with you has been so incredible is the attitude that you came in every single day. Not every person that I have a phone call with is in the place that you were where you're ready to jump in. And
Right.
I don't want to take somebody's money that's not ready to jump in because
Yeah.
it doesn't feel good to me. It doesn't feel good to them. They're not going to get the results. And I think when you came to me, you were ready and you did the things, and it's been incredible. Is there? I think we hit like kind of all the things. We didn't talk about your workouts were only 30 minutes a day. How did that feel?
30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Absolutely fantastic because, and I could do them at home,
Right.
which was also critical for me. I know myself. I am not, when it's snowy outside, going to get up,
Mhm.
put on my boots, put on my heavy coat, scrape off my car, go to the gym,
Yep.
be there for however long, and then come back home. Like that's not happening. But I literally had to walk 10 feet
Yep.
from my bedroom to my gym. So, and a few dumbbells, and I was in business,
Yeah.
ready to go. Like
Yeah.
that's all the equipment.
And I absolutely love the consistency you were able to build.
Mhm.
We did your initial 90-day program, or however many weeks it added up to. And you did
Yeah.
sign on for a little bit more time together just to
Yep.
get you to that point where you knew you could do it on your own. Now we're still
Right.
working together in a separate capacity. Um, but I think the key was getting you to the point that you don't need me anymore.
Right. Well, you say that, but I'm not ready to let go. But
Well,
but But yes, absolutely. I have the resources that I need, right? You taught me to fish.
Yeah.
I have the resources that I need now. I know where to look. I know where to go. And I know that if I get stuck,
Yep.
I just have to send you a note. Be like, I am so stuck. Can you
Yep.
point me? And you will. But for me, honestly, the number one factor was trust.
Yeah.
The number one factor. From the minute I called you, I knew that I could trust you, that you were going to charge me a fair and reasonable fee. Expensive, yes, but fair, and worth every penny. To trust you that, again, I have some physical limitations because I do have rheumatoid arthritis. And so I can't put any weight on my wrists, which makes things like push-ups really hard or whatever. But I trusted that you would have alternatives for me
Absolutely.
to be able to do. I trusted, there was just trust, like it's so important. And if there's any message that I can share, it's that you should trust Dawn.
Well, I do appreciate
Courtney's
that.
out here. You should trust her. Yeah.
Working with you in a one-on-one capacity has been so incredible. We've gotten to know each other. We've developed a friendship, which I love. And that's going to continue beyond here. I love just watching that smile like light up. It was one of my favorite, your calls. You know, we do a check-in call weekly. Your call was for a long time. It was like 7:30 on Friday mornings. Like what better way to kick off the day? But thank you for the effort that you put in, the work that you did. You were absolutely worth every penny of your investment. And I'm so thankful that you trusted me with that. This has just been, I've gotten probably just as much out of this working with you as you got working with me. And so thank you so much.
Yes, it's, yes, I, no words. You and I are like this, man, forever.
We're pals. All right. I'm going to stop the recording.